As many of you know, Borderlands, one of the most hyped titles of 2019, comes out this Friday. But something weird is going on with the reviews for Borderlands, and I think that's worth discussing. So before we start getting into the Borderlands review situation, I want to preface this conversation with a few things. One, I'm not going to address the controversy of the Epic Game Store. We all love or hate it for our own reasons. That'd be like a 40 to 50 minute video on its own of what I think of the Epic Game Store. Secondly, I'm not actually going to comment on Randy Pitchford. He's his own guy, and, you know, clearly something he does is working, because we're on Borderlands 3 and it's a successful franchise. And third and finally, 2K sucks as a company. Everyone knows that from their sports games. They're terrible, and we're just going to leave it at that. So let's talk about Borderlands 3 and its oddly, weird embargo lifted crap going on, okay? So Borderlands 3, the embargo lifted. Now here's the thing. Again, another preface. We all believe that Borderlands 3 is going to be a great game, okay? I honestly think that everyone in their heart of hearts believes that. But, what's going on with the reviews? Looking online, the reviews are anywhere from glowingly 9 out of 10 because it's another Borderlands, or it's people crapping all over the build of the game that they've been given access to. Now, I'm not an incredibly tech-savvy person when it comes to how these servers are ran, but 2K's servers have never been very stable to begin with, constantly going in and out. We've seen it with their 2K games. We've seen it with Borderlands before in the past. So when I tell you that reviewers are saying they have a hard time accessing the server, or they're having crashes, or the 2K/Gearbox team is telling reviewers not to run it with, I believe it's DirectX, there's issues with that, there might be a problem with the Borderlands code that they're giving people. We're 2 days or so from launch, and for whatever reason, reviewers are being given a code to a build of the game that's not necessarily 100% functional. That's weird to me. It's weird to me because it's not like we've seen Gearbox in the past with Borderlands. It's not even what we saw them do with Battleborn, for God's sakes. So I don't understand why they would be given a build of the game that's not 100% functional. And then let's talk about who they're giving builds to the game, because we're seeing people like Layman Games not have a review code. We're also seeing larger reviewers who were invited to go play the game at their headquarters for that large press event, then not be given a review code. I'm honestly puzzled by that. The guys from Layman Games are awesome. I'm not sure why they would be deemed a security risk by 2K, but it's a weird decision from the publisher to exclude reviewers that would likely, I don't want to say be favorable, but love the Borderlands series and that genre. Now again, I want to wrap back around to, I think we all know in our hearts that Borderlands 3 is more Borderlands and it's going to be great. But the thing that puzzles me is 2K's business tactics and their press tactics for this game. I don't understand why you wouldn't want everyone under the sun to review the game and be screaming from the rooftops that this is more Borderlands, it's great Borderlands, it's refined Borderlands, get Borderlands, and you'd give them review codes to an incomplete build. That's weird. Now, of course, I do also want to say, for anyone watching, all the review codes and stuff being given, they're through the Epic Game Store, they're on the PC. I have no intention of playing on the PC. I have no intention of playing any game I can get on the PlayStation or Switch on the PC. So, I likely am not going to suffer from any of the issues that reviewers have been talking about. But other consumers are. Just because I don't play on the PC predominantly doesn't mean it's not a huge chunk of the core audience and that they're not important. They're equally important. Now, I'm just one man, this is just my opinion, but Sound off in the comments. Do you guys think Gearbox is being really shady or weird, or something feels off about the way they're approaching reviews for Borderlands 3 as opposed to previous Gearbox titles? I mean, Battleborn wasn't reviewed favorably, but it still made it in the hands of literally every person on the planet. So yeah, sound off in the comment section below if you have an opinion on the subject. If you're getting Borderlands 3 this week, I would love to hear it. I will be playing it, and I will likely be maining probably Zane, to be honest with you. Anyway, this has been Chris. This has been the Tiger's Den. You guys have been awesome. Borderlands 3. Here we go.